Hey, this is Dizzortwizzle. It's another episode of DT Sports. Got a question for you. What do you do when you don't have editing or graphics or music or animation or anything really? You just make it up and use your good personality and pretend. Mustache, beard, mustache, beard. Thursday Night Football, featuring Mustache Minshew versus the Beard Fitzmagic himself. We got the Miami Dolphins visiting the Jacksonville Jaguars. It should be a quarantine, dirty kind of place down in Florida. Getting all those teams together that want to have lots of fans in attendance, and well, we'll see how that goes. We'll just see how that goes. Anyway, before we get going, we got to finish up this season 27. We just kind of racked out 4 out of 5 of those achievements. We're into the playoffs, guaranteed to be moving on, but we got to wrap that up in case, just to get that clock rolling. We should have been doing this first thing this morning, but I ended up sleeping 12 hours. I'm actually not feeling that hot, but we're here. We're trying to get this out of the way. We got to get one in a day. I told you this 3 in 2 days thing's never going to work, particularly at the time that it takes to do one of these things right now. Hopefully we'll be able to shrink up the format. This is going to be nice to see how this condensed format works with a single team's game. And maybe we just got to make lots of little, effort to get live online to do the real thing. And as always, before we kind of go out, I've got to go out and snatch up the stats. As we can see, we went 13-3. That's what we're going to keep track of, how well we perform, points scored, points allowed throughout all of these seasons, whether we win or lose. And I'm trying to keep track of that information back in the background. We'll get all that into analyzable spreadsheets when that makes sense. And the goal is sometimes just not to end the season abruptly. That's kind of the place where I tend to go and make the mistake too often. So I get a little excited and then I just kind of season end! There's a button to push. The habit loops take over and it's a complete disaster is what it is. We also want to get those snapshot in there. That works just fine. We got to download. And also, we're also snatching up these stats. We'll let you take a little peek as we scroll down. Hey, there should be an auto thing. Go back and pause if you want to see that. Dodging that up. Anyway, we need a faster way to collect this information, but unfortunately, I'm not some kind of video chopper upper, expert. I once you get the data in the spreadsheet, I can do magic with it. Trying to get it out of a video or a computer game into a spreadsheet, that's a little bit beyond kind of my capacity. So we're definitely just learning some things out. I minimized the wrong window. Hey, we got it back up. As we can see, I just got the message. It was really irritating. These types of things just drive me nuts. ESPN did not save my picks. I don't know how that works, but I logged on and it gave a message and it said, hey, you missed out on this one because we didn't save your picks. And that's terrible, but, I guess in the end, I'm going to miss the game. I did pick the Jaguars. I thought the mustache was going to beat the beard. And I should know better, as a bearded man, I know that in reality, the beard always beats the mustache. But, when we kind of take this down to the NFL world, I should have known better. Anyway, I missed that along with 76 of the people. Jacksonville has really been an underperforming team pretty consistently. The defense just went to shambles because everybody got mad at each other. Minshew is just magical. He may not be the long-term answer permanent at quarterback, but I think he certainly could be if they did something else on the offense and built up some more franchise around him. It does. It's one of those ones that just kind of along. And in lieu of just boring you to death, we got to get on. What we're going to do is we're going to claim some season rewards from this, and this is kind of what this is all about, the CBS Franchise Football. We want to get some more packs. We want to advance in this game, and that's kind of a challenging thing to do. There is a lots of cards available, lots of upgrades. They're always adding new ones, and in some way there's some challenges in just kind of pulling that together. Data is definitely a handy thing to have. We can go pick up that golden legend coin for our daily achievements with the season each day. We'll have a video about that sometime. But there is definitely something to just having that information available, having data available in a ready-to-go format. It's one of my frustrations with this game that's just kind of not there. And this version of the game has taken a little bit because the community hasn't been there. And so, till recently, we just got a Facebook forum. I haven't been Facebooking. I don't know. It's just a weird place. I would have been happy if it would have been back on a CBS forum like the previous version of the game. But hey, we got contact, and now we can start communicating, sharing data, sharing strategies, helping each other out, building better teams than one another so we can talk shit. And my team's awful. I'm building in a random. That's how much I like this game. We're just gonna, keep on plugging away by, spinning prize wheels. That's how we're approaching this game, is to get it more entertaining, get more dopamine release out of every ridiculous little pack opening that there can be. And so we just got Greg Olsen. Where are we going? First rounder. And you can see there's a lot of guys in this game, and I don't have most of this data. I'm sure somebody else has this data out there, and it would be just delightful if you could share that with me, because this is not my specialty either, collecting data. We do have him in there. We just got to make sure we add that own there. That'll update my spreadsheets behind the scenes where I'm building prize wheels, and I'll be kind of showing you what we can do with a little bit of data organization once we have all that data collected. And so I'm trying to collect the data as I go along. If you've got some data out there, please contact me. My social media contacts are down below. Send me an email, comment, just let me know. We got all that rolling in. So what we do is we take this franchise football game to make it more fun. We integrate the NFL games and my Pick'em League. And if you want to join and outpick me, it's going to be pretty easy this season because I have not had time to pay attention to the NFL doing all of this weird game of games, making games out of games while watching games. And so, I do like Minshew. I do like the beard. I thought that was going to go the other way. I'm glad ESPN didn't choke me out of my pick there. Thanks. At least you gave me the loss. Anytime the Jacksonville Jaguars accumulate a touchdown, score one touchdown, accumulate. That's kind of what it looks like on the post end. That means that we're going to get down here. I don't know where I'm going right now. Where we're going to get down into the bottom. And the goal is to hopefully be doing this live. Oh, wow, that's not very useful for you guys. We'll fix this up a little bit. Cover me up. I don't need to be seen. I'm not that important. Anytime the Jacksonville Jaguars score a touchdown, we will give a spin of that prize touchdown wheel of prize things, because that's what we're kind of excited about. That tells us what we get to open up in our CBS Franchise Sports game to get a little bit of NFL action in there and to bring it to you guys, the fans, and so you guys can have kind of like your team and follow along and root and contribute if you'd like. That's what we're all about, is let's get this data out there and celebrate this cool game that our friends over at Fantasy Moguls made. It's fantastic. Cards. It's just like a complete dopamine rush. And there's no like football, like Madden game. That's all I ever did with Madden games. I think for the most part was simulate. Franchise mode, let's build teams and go. I'm weird. That's why I do statistics. If the Miami Dolphins, if the Jacksonville Jaguars win the game against the spread, that's my pick. Then we get to spin this big pick'em prize wheel of winning things. And words are struggling at the moment. Looking back at the stat line, I haven't seen the highlights yet. Looking back at the stat line, I don't know how Miami really ran away with this game other than scoring touchdowns. Only lopsided thing Miami had was turnover battle 0-2. That's never going to be that deadly, but yeah, two different possessions at the wrong time. This would have definitely been a different game, for sure. But Miami opened up with a pair of touchdowns and got up on the first quarter, 14-0. They were answered by a James Robinson 11-yard run to open up scoring in the second half, and that was our first Jaguars touchdown. And we get this open up one offensive play, and so we're going to jump back over to the offensive plays as soon as I can escape wherever else it's taking me. And right now, just so you know, it is the 2-for-1 RP sale. This is the time to go in and snatch up that big package of RP so you can have just basically, that is your best deal, best time to go. It gets you the most currency for your buck. And the best way to actually get cash out for your buck back through your RP play in season games. That is the way we roll. And so be sure to get that now. That is a 24-hour offer, and I think that is going to expire very soon. So if you happen to see this and be a big fan of CBS Franchise Sports, go out there and load up. This is the time to do it. This is the deal. As far as microtransactions go, this is the place. This is the time. Dolphins scored one more touchdown before halftime, taking us in 21-7, and the only touchdown in the third quarter was a Fitzmagic 1-yard run. The beard got him in. He got in by the beard. And that was his third touchdown, or that was his third touchdown of the game if you count the two he threw, putting Miami up 28-7. James Robinson had one more, a 1-yard run, scoring Jaguars' second touchdown, his second of the game. And Brandon Wright duffed the extra point. How do you do that, man? We're trying to play in sevens. Thank you, James. Your efforts, that touchdown, along with everybody that had you on their fantasy team, I'm sure they were excited. That's exciting for me because we get to collect a Series 6 player. One thing we should disclose about this game is it is, although they have branded it 2020, it is a little outdated. They built this, I believe, in 2017, and it reflects 2017 rosters. They've made a couple adjustments, but no, they haven't. So maybe some exciting things that you're looking forward to, or some players that you're after, they might not just be there. They might not be there. Calvin Pryor's there. And Calvin Pryor, you are a Series 6 safety. And we're trying to type your numbers in so we can keep track of you down the line. See how good you might be on my team currently and to see where you stack up on Brown's special events teams. That's kind of the big exciting addition out of this game. They've made almost every player valuable in the game, at least probably at some point in time while you're building through those events, that team thing. It definitely, it's supposed to pull back that attraction for people to just stock up on their favorite team's players. That's not a good way to get through this game. It is not at all. So we do have to make some concessions and put a few of those dirty Patriots on our team. Dirty, cheesy, crafty Patriots. I hate cheese. Anyway, Jacksonville did not win the game, so we do not have to spin that big pick'em prize wheel of winning things. If somehow you made it through this video, I'm all about having a losing prize wheel. I should have to, pay the fiddler's fiddle when losing games. If you got any ideas about what to put on a losing prize wheel, challenges, dares, things that I should have to suffer for not getting my pick, please leave a comment below. That's been an episode of DT Sports. That's all we got for today. Thursday night football is concluded. Go back and check out my week 3 picks to see what's coming up on Sunday. Subscribe and like, and please consider buying me a cup of coffee if you like data and you would like to see all this coming out in Tableau. I will put all that money back into this team. Please tell me how you would like me to spend it as well. If you want me to get an extra limited edition for you and have a few seasons back up, we'll donate seasons to you. Dedicate it. Just keep this thing rolling. I'm excited to build this team for you guys, and I'm excited to get this data rolling out. I want to build some Tableau and get my nerd on. I do have my target team. It's going to be fun. Thank you. Have a great